Hi, everybody. Lisa Michaels here, and I am super excited today to be having a conversation with my dear friend Judy Keating, who has been involved in this work since 2001. We're talking a long time. So, truly, Judy is not only deeply steeped in this work, but she facilitates it. She's a licensed trainer in it and embodies the wisdom of this work so profoundly. So, Judy, bless you for being here with me today and, sharing your wisdom.
Oh, Lisa, what an honor it is to yet again be with you as this work grows through you in the world. It's just amazing.
Very, very sweet. So, we're here really to help everybody understand a couple of different layers of what we're doing. And the very first thing I want to start with is, a person's inner creation team. That's the 8 players that make up who you are in your core essence. And so, I want to find out, Judy, in the beginning, as we start, like, how did that impact you as you have worked with your creation team for all this time now?
Well, I want to be sure that everybody knows that the core creation team is based on the elements,
Hmm.
earth, air, water, and fire. And I consider them to be the architects of creation.
Yes.
And knowing that, the creation team, it really, really helped me to understand how I'm made up different than any other person and to tap into the resources I have on the inner in a relationship. That that really was a profound discovery for me to understand that I had different aspects of myself that I could interact with in my own inner dialogue, in the way that did my business, in the way that I was in my relationships, and in the way that I chose to grow.
Yeah. 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 Really, really, really important. And I know for a lot of people, one of the things that they struggle with is having a power struggle between the different aspects of who they are on their creation team. One will want to go one way and one will want to go another way. I know you've got a couple of aspects that are kind of like that, have been like that for you in your life. You want to talk about that for a second?
Oh, sure. I mean, one of the key aspects of your creation team is your inner Venus and Mars. And, as a woman, your Venus is your focalizer,
Your
but
fem? Yeah.
your Mars has to be on board as a supporter
Yeah.
and as someone that can be in a sacred right relationship. And for me, I had an earth archetype that likes to move slow, and I had an air archetype that moves fast.
Uh-huh.
And that was a struggle for a while.
Yeah.
But when I came to understand that the proper alchemy in this step, meaning how do I align them in such a way that they both get to be heard, they both get to be powerful, they
Yeah.
both get to contribute, because they both wanted to contribute to my success, but they just had different plans about how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
And so,
keep going.
so getting them to work together as a team.
Uh-huh.
One of the analogies I use when I teach the course is that when you first meet your creation team, and especially this inner sacred marriage piece and alchemy, you may not know this person.
Yeah.
You don't want to marry them right away.
Yeah.
You may just want to meet them for coffee.
Right. Exactly.
And, it's fascinating. Everybody has a different understanding of this work, but having the ability to say, I am where I am, and I choose to build the relationships between these archetypes. And you have to do it with an open heart, and you have to do it with, being able to laugh at yourself
Right. 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 So important.
because, our inner mischief is just so funny sometimes.
Yeah.
And if we can be kind to ourselves, really, that's a key in
Mm,
the work that we do because, you know, as you get to know yourself on this deep level through the lens of the creation team and how they want to contribute, it is sometimes hard work.
Yeah.
And it helps to bring to the surface those things that you no longer need,
Right. Right.
those things that you didn't realize were running the show.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many ahas through early sessions with you, you know, finding out just your Mercury, for example, the way that you communicate in the world, and the way that you receive communication. That was another like, oh, I do better as a Cancer Mercury, for example. If people are more soft with me, I can receive that better than if they're more forceful.
Mhm.
Just as a tiny example
Yeah.
of
It's a great
the
example.
things that you understand and you come to utilize in your everyday life through the creation team.
Yep. Yep. Thank you. That's so beautiful. And if anybody's listening that's kind of new, the Venus is your inner feminine and the Mars is your inner masculine. And if you are new, there's a couple of ways to just really get started kind of learning about it. I mean, you can see over Judy's shoulder there, she's got the brand new book, Your Soul Prosperity Code, which really breaks it down for you and gives you some key insights into how the creation team works and to begin to get to know it. But as you want to know more, you perhaps want to take a class from somebody who is a soul guide, or there's also maybe you want to become a soul guide, or have a session with a soul guide. There's a lot of ways to grow into this work, from just getting started to really start helping others. So, Judy, as somebody who's worked with other people,
Hmm.
what would you say? Like, what's important for people to know about really learning their creation team? What have you witnessed in your clients?
Well, what I've witnessed is that people can show up with more dimension.
Mm.
Imagine that if you walked into a room and one one person was in charge in such a way that they required all of the attention and they like to order everybody else around. And the other people were just sitting there quiet, and you were there to learn from all of the people in the room. And that's an extreme example, but understanding this work helps you to access and become multifaceted, like have access to tools that you may not even realize you have,
Mhm.
because it it creates an environment where you can go deeper, you can go wider, you can go higher, you can go lower. And when I say lower, there are archetypes that go into very deep emotional space. And that is profound work in the world.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. So one of the things that I think is really important is, yes, all of the astrological archetypes start with an element. So there's three earth signs, three water signs, three air signs, three fire signs. But what is really important about all of them is, number one, that you are able to access who they are and to really start to understand how that element works through you. But it's also a lot, and I use a cooking reference because it's the one of the best alchemical ways that I know. I mean, when you take raw ingredients and you put them in a pot and you add some heat to it, it transforms those raw ingredients into another substance, something
Hmm.
that is unique. That
Hmm.
alchemy of a creation team. So,
Right.
anything you want to speak into about what you've witnessed with the alchemical process of people, And I mean, you already talked about your inner feminine and your inner masculine and how they kind of are different. And then your communication lens, it's a different element. Like as you combine those, how does a person's essence get revealed more, their purpose or their prosperity? Like how does that show up that you see?
Well, the way that I would say that it shows up is if you went to the grocery store and you bought potatoes, and that would be like earth, it's the ground.
Yeah.
And if a person only ate potatoes all the time,
That's a good
I
way to
mean, I'm of Irish descent, so I can feel the pain of the Irish people eating potatoes all the time. But if that was all you ate,
yeah.
then you would not understand the richness and dimension and flavor that's available to you.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So you need spices like air to give it fragrance.
yeah, yeah.
And what's great about your creation team is where you specialize in these archetypes,
Uh-huh.
but all the archetypes are available to all of us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So we have the full restaurant menu that
yeah,
we can pull from, but understanding and utilizing all the different parts of your creation team alchemically combines with the different elements that you have in a unique palette of ingredients that you get to cook with different in your different environments.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And one of the things that I think is important for people to understand is that uniqueness, that alchemical combination that you are, that creates your essence. And as your inner feminine, if you're a woman, focalizes the team so that instead of power struggling with the different archetypes, all of them are going in the same direction. That helps you to clarify what your life purpose is, not as a job, but as a way of expressing in the world. And it absolutely helps to define how you attract more prosperity flow and what even is prosperity to you. I mean,
Hmm.
I have a friend who's brilliant at big business and another friend who just like, I want nothing to do with that because
Mhm.
our archetypes are not big business archetypes. But my other friend, her archetypes are all about that big business, and she has created a legacy business. So that helps you, number one, define your purpose. And number two, how does each one of them, how do they consider, what do they consider prosperous? How do they consider what they want to do in the world to align with more prosperity? So it really, really does make a difference. So Judy, if somebody around you was considering becoming a soul guide, or somebody hearing this was considering a soul becoming one, a life purpose, prosperity soul guide to really work with others to understand their creation team, what would you say is important for them to understand to make a decision?
Well, I think that if you have an initial reading with someone or initial conversation, really it's an introduction
Mm-hmm.
because you inform your creation team as much as they inform you.
Mm-hmm.
And it really is, how do I establish a relationship with my creation team? And myself and several other very wise and profound women are featured in the book, so that you can make sure that you understand your own first. That's how I started. I spent a couple of years with mine before I delved into the training. And it doesn't mean you have to wait that long. I just happen to have that path. But understanding you first and then understanding how you can see it relates to everyone else in your life will like ignite a passion in you to go further and take the course and do the practice. That's what I love is this work is about not perfection, but practicing, working with people and discovering more about yourself as you do it
Yeah.
and understanding that the more you do, the more you can understand and you can help more people. I mean, having been in this work for that long time, 24 years, I I've grown in the way that I work with it.
Yeah, sure.
But getting a basic understanding of the archetypes, Lisa has some courses available on her website that would give you a great introduction if you're inspired to say, I want to know more, and read the book.
Mm, mm, mm,
I mean, yeah, and read the book more than once.
mm.
I know that when I got my copy, the first thing I did was, of course, I looked at the things that applied to my chart,
Mhm.
which you can do very easily in the book. It's a very easy way to follow that. But the book is so inspiring about all of the archetypes
Mm,
that it's a great place to start. Get the book, take an introductory course, have a have a session with a soul guide, and I just advise you after that, sit with it a bit and know that there'll be trainings available.
yeah, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So in the book, there's a link to a resources page for the book, and on that resources page are all of the current soul guides right this minute who are featured. So it's so exciting. You can find Judy there and find the link to her website and the special that she's doing for helping people. Honestly, Judy, it's been so much fun to sit with you and, really share about this. And I just want to see if there's anything else you want to say in closing. It's been a delight.
Um, it has been wonderful to connect with you, Lisa, and I cannot encourage anyone listening to this to just get the book. That's really the main thing that I would say. And it is so inspiring to truly understand the unique genius that every person carries.
Mm, mm,
That really is what I consider to be one of my life works
yeah.
is helping people discover their genius through their creation.
Well, you are so good at that, Judy. And I'll tell you, one of the other things that I think is really neat is when you're around other people and you understand the archetypes, like I understand more of the archetypes because I've been around you. Like I
Mhm.
understand Taurus a little bit better because I've been around you. I understand Gemini better because I've been around you. Hearing your insights in classes and program. I mean, even just what you said today about your Cancer communication style. I mean, this is how we're always learning, and we're working with these archetypes all the time. I mean, the sun and the moon, they're in those archetypes. So we have access to them. We have access to, like, sometimes, and I'm going to give an example of I had a particular new moon where I was seriously technologically challenged. And I called on that archetype that is most of the time really good with technology, Aquarius. And I felt like I had the best breakthrough from that. So it really does help to be around other people as you start understanding it. And I just have such deep appreciation for the work that you do in the world to help others, Judy.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank
All right,
you.
loves, take care. It was such a delight, Judy, and we'll see you soon. All right.